Oh, what's up? What's up, fam? So, this has to be quick. I'm saying that, so hopefully I can make it happen. I'm gonna get an African Oracle card, but I'm not gonna do all the extra ass talking I be liking to do. Sometimes, the way that I do sometimes. Ogunda. Okay? So from the mother deck, let's create a personalized deck of cards for this read. Okay, I think I want a few more. That should be good. Okay, we got alright, so we have the number 6 out here. Sixes can represent a reconciliation in some cases. More like 6 of Cups energy. The 6 of Pentacles can represent, reciprocity, which still has to do with, a relationship between two people. All right, let's get the cards out. So we got the main theme for the read. Okay, let's get the cards out for the read. The main theme. Look at what you came to see. With the cards, you better. So the main attraction cards are here. And then we're going to get 2 clarifiers for each one of these. So there's a total of 5, if you didn't know, in regards to the spread, or how I spread my cards. 5 main cards, and each of those cards get 2 clarifiers. So first set of clarifiers we are pulling out with the supporting cast, if you will. We already got lead role cards out. Alright, so we got the first set of supporting cast energy here. Let's get the second set of supporting cast. With a card, you better. Look at what you came to see. With a card, you better. Listen, I say listen to me. Bottom of the deck we have throat chakra cleanse, so we need to speak up. It's going to be some situations for which we need to speak up. Ogunda is a negative aspect card. It says stubbornness only brings unnecessary wars. Okay, so stubbornness may be coming from either you or an outside matter or outside person. So just be mindful of, I feel like it's more going to be external energy. People are going to try to be stubborn with you. And remember, stubbornness only brings unnecessary wars. So when you see someone being stubborn, don't even keep trying to convince them. That's possibly what the throat chakra cleanse is about as well. Okay, so we have the throat chakra cleanse. So yeah, you're speaking, and expressing yourself, but maybe with this cleanse card, it's given, you don't have to as much. Let's read. It says, The Orishas for Ogunda is Ogun, Eshu, and Babaluaye. The key words is authoritarian, stubborn, tendency to lie, difficulty in taking responsibility, jealous and possessive, tendency to depression. So you got a lot of energy like that surrounding you. I feel like this is going to be coming from people who were once in your life that no longer have the position they once held because of their own actions, and they want to punish you for, setting healthy boundaries and restricting their access to you. You got some people that are angry with you. Shit, you probably have some people that are angry, has been angry with you for years over that. You may have some new people who have joined that club. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and read the guidebook message for Ogunda. It says the negative aspect of Odu Ogunda will constantly challenge you, and so these people are going to constantly challenge you, perhaps. And it says, and it is not for nothing that at every step you will need to seek strength to continue the journey. That, unfortunately, is the price to pay for deciding to take a lonely path and insisting on doing things your way, even if this way is the longest or the hardest. So, collective, know that at every step we will need to seek strength to continue the journey. So, if you have some energy clearing spray, bring those with you. If you have, if there may be some decrees and or declarations that you have or that other people have created, download them on your phone. Hell, read them aloud to yourself and record it on your voice recorder, and have it repeated back to you if at times, or just speak them. But whatever protections you have access to, you need to utilize them at all times, every day. It says, with so much stubbornness, which you call persistence, you need to be careful that the pioneering power that bursts out of you does not turn into harmful pride that will lead nowhere. Resistant to admitting your loss, your natural reaction is to respond to everything and everyone with arrogance and authoritarianism, which needs to be controlled. So, family, don't get too big-headed. If you're lost, don't be afraid to admit it. But again, I don't think this is your energy. I feel like this is the energy that people are coming at you with. You got people that refuse to admit that they're lost without you, and they would rather be arrogant and still try to hold authoritative standpoint versus being vulnerable. So just be mindful of such. That, again, stubbornness, it's like the key word, one of the main words in this Ogunda Odu. It says the warlike force of Odu Ogunda imposes on you the need to be right. And so that's what these people are going to be coming at you with. They're going to be coming at you with the energy of the need to be right. So I'm getting a different energy from this throat chakra cleanse. It's given, don't even say anything, because it doesn't matter what you say. These people are not going to receive it. They're stubborn. They're not going to want to hear it. And you're just going to be going in circles. And ain't nobody got time to be going in circles. Okay? With motherfuckers. So don't even debate or argue or anything with these people. Just let them have it. It says, but you've already passed the point of no return. And that's what these people probably understand as well, why they're so angry, stubborn about things, because they know you're not going to change your mind anyway. So what's the use of conceding if if it's not going to change anything? It says, I'm sorry to say that you're the only one to believe that everything is fine. And I feel like that's to other people. Even though they're stubborn, they still think everything is fine, and there's a bit of a delusion there. And so that's another reason why you got to give these people grace, um, and continue to show them tough love and love from a distance, and continue to have healthy boundaries. Because like Ogun, these people are in this Ogun energy from a negative aspect, and they're just trying to tear down your boundaries for selfish gain. Um, so just beware. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. As Ogunda is the path of truth and righteousness, its reverse influence does not give you the talent to invent stories and be believed. On the contrary, from the first version of your story, you change to others that don't support each other. Say, on the contrary, from the first version of your story, you change to others that don't support each other. So I guess with these people may be gossiping and telling different stories to different people. They tell you one story, they tell somebody else another story. So again, tendency to lie. Be reminded that these people have a tendency to lie, and they're going to utilize that tendency. Don't be naive about it. Do your part. Walk with integrity. Walk in truth and righteousness, irregardless of what these people give to you. Just, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Okay? I really do feel like in this spiritual journey, yes, we recognize those toxic traits in people. We build up our self-love to be able to protect ourselves and put that force field around us to protect us from their attacks. We build that up. But I feel like another part of the spiritual journey is to be able to not run away. Okay? Because but to learn to be unbreakable and unstoppable in the face of said enemy. So it's like, someone is maybe gaslighting you, an energy vampire, and they may be a covert narcissist. So it's in those cases, it's really hard um, to cut those ties because there's so much love there. But when it's not overtly and right in your face, again, it's kind of hard, and you don't want to just ghost people. But long story short, just like even at a job, you build up your defenses, you build up your protection. That way, you're not the same person when you're dealing with said situation. You got healthy boundaries now. You love yourself. You're not gonna allow yourself to put up with the mess, and you've just pulled back your energy, and you have compartmentalized said relationship, and that relationship doesn't have certain access privileges anymore, yet and still you are able to see that person, say, hey, how you doing, love them from a distance, give them tough love, forgive them for they know not what they do type energy. But again, that yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. So you can face these people on a daily if you have to, and not be swayed as you would possibly have been in the past when that person did have that control over you, because you allowed them that, because of how much love you have for them, how much you wanted to build with that person, and they just wanted to use you. But I am rambling again, and I got shit to do, so let's get back to it. By trying to deceive others, you only deceive yourself. This is what these people are going through. It says you will end up being discredited, and when you are truly in pain, even your closest friends will not help you. Okay? So, yeah. It says, for this reason, the answer and solution to your anguish lies in learning to ask for and accept help. These people need to humble themselves. That's the only reason. And so Spirit is telling you right now, the only way to help these people is, or to know when you may be given access to help these people, is when these people learn to ask for and accept help. So if they come to you and say and ask for help, you give them advice and you see that they are not taking it seriously, then pull your energy back. It says, observe the examples of those who have already been where you are today and listen to the advice of those who care for you. So again, see if they listen to the advice that you give them. It's better to be safe than sorry, otherwise it won't do to repeat your tireless motto, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. So that may be a line that a lot of people that's in this negative aspect would say, it wasn't me. You know, always deflecting. Okay. It says the Ogunda shadow meditation. It says, while no one grows up without struggling, do I have the courage to sincerely face myself and admit that I may be pursuing a lost cause, choosing to suffer instead of realizing that sometimes it's better to retreat? Okay. So I feel like that's what you've done with these people. Again, when I said compartmentalize the relationship, you realize how you were viewing the relationship before you were pursuing a lost cause, and you have retreated. So I feel like on your end you have done that, but on the opposite end of this external energy coming towards you, um, those people hadn't gotten the memo yet. All right, so let's get into the cards that we have out here. The main theme for this read, it says, claim your angelic magnificence. Come on, yes, angel wings bestowed. You have been given your angel wings collective, and your light body has been activated. Okay, claim your angelic magnificence. All right, first, ooh, baby. Okay, first card out says, you've exposed the invisible chains. Okay, that these people had. They thought they were fooling you, but in your awakening, in you claiming your angelic magnificence, in you taking your power back and not allowing these people to tell you what it is you need to do, even though they may have a title. You see through their mask and you see the invisible chains that these people have on them, no matter how grandiose they speak about what's going on in their life. You see the invisible chains. They can fool everybody else, but you see through the bull BS. And this could have something to do with a mentor, because we have corrupt mentor here. So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a mentor. It just could be someone that is older that call themselves guiding you, but you have outgrown them, and they don't want to accept that. For one, they want to still be able to tell you what to do, when actually your wisdom has grown and exceeded the wisdom that they will allow themselves to tap into. Because this person has a lot of wisdom as well, but they're just stuck in old programming, which is again part of the invisible chains that is under that they are bound by. Okay, the next card to clarify you've exposed the invisible chains is action colliding with emotion. Okay, these people have they may be taking some negative action towards you, as in again trying to beat you down via verbally and the things that they say. So again, per the Ogunda card, somebody try to come and argue with you or try to put you down, there's no need to go back and forth with this person. They are obviously overtaken by um, an energy of anger, depression, an entity of anger or depression or whatever, and That's a personal problem. There's not much you can do with that, so don't jump on that hamster wheel with them. The next card we're going to clarify here, it says not opposite but complementary forces transforming raw emotions into actionable power. Okay, so I feel like this is what has been a catalyst for you, and you really stepping into your power. You've been, the universe has brought to you your reflection. And when you have to deal with yourself, you didn't run from the mirror. And when you really have to face, the side of you that you hide behind a mask, the shadow side, it brought out raw emotions, but you didn't cower. You faced those raw emotions, and you took action, which brought power, which brought, you know, um, strength, courage, wisdom, you know. Sorry, y'all. Earth's card to clarify, not opposites but complementary forces. We have stern, loving, but direct nurturing of Big Mama. Okay? It says push them out, speak the truth. And I feel like that's what you did. That stern, loving energy, direct energy, but nurturing at the same time. This is what you responded with when it came to these people trying to come at you with the opposite, trying to be contrarian. They brought out raw, actionable power from that big mama energy that is within you. And they thought that they had control over you. They thought those invisible chains that had them bound also had you bound. And I feel like they knew that those chains didn't bind you, but they were constantly trying to put those chains on you, just like the Ogunda card says. You will constantly have to find the strength to fight. What it says? Um, it says, Odu Ogunda will constantly challenge you, and it is not for nothing that at every step you will need to seek strength to continue the journey. At every step, you're going to have to pull from your angelic magnificence. And know that you can do that. You have access to the golden dimensional gateway, where as you walk through those golden doors, you have access to all divine beings to help you overcome whatever challenge you may have. So the next card that I actually have in my hand says you have flight, use it. And so, and that means like, oh wow, you have flight. And we just was told, the first card out is that our angel wings have been bestowed. Okay, you have angel wings, earth angel. Okay, you have tools and practical steps to help you overcome whatever challenge is thrown your way. You, with stern, loving, and direct energy, nurturing energy, speak your truth and let it go. Okay, it's not no back and forth with these people. And with the level of maturity and spiritual growth that you have, you can be a person of few words and get a lot accomplished. Next card we're clarifying here says, if you want love, treat yourself as if you're already in a fulfilling relationship. So that's what you need to just focus on. Focus on the type of relationships you want to cultivate, and treat yourself in that way. We have 6 months here, but like in the over the course of the next 6 months, you are going to be in a fulfilling relationship. Don't know if this person is going to um, come soon, and then over the next 6 months, you're going to experience that. The next card here says that's not your story anymore. You are rebirthing your inner child. So the story of wanting a love is not going to be your story anymore because you have it. Okay, so and I feel like that's even more within yourself. The love that you've been wanting externally, you're gonna give to, you have been given to yourself, learning to give to yourself. Because remember, with the Ogunda card, you got a lot of stubborn people around you, got a lot of people who want to try to control you, that have a tendency to lie, and this, that, and the third. And you are rebirthing yourself, and you're realizing you are tapping into your inner strength and protecting your inner child, and you're realizing just how potent that love is, and you are content. Okay, next card we're clarifying is they do not have good intentions. So again, with the Ogunda card, that was a warning, right? Then they say these people are jealous and possessive. They have a tendency to depression, difficult in taking responsibility. They're stubborn, tendency to lie, authoritarian. They want to control you. These people do not have good intentions. So you just got to be, again, it says if you want love, treat yourself as if you're already in a fulfilling relationship. These people, you know, do not embody that for you. So you need to walk away. Okay, look, the next card out says petty matter sends you reeling. It's the subconscious purging. Okay, so these people are going to come with some petty ass shit. Don't allow them to trigger you. Okay, wow. Look here, the next card says self-love needs to be on 10. And that's the reason why. With your self-love being on 10, you're not going to allow yourself to stoop to their level to argue with them on some dumb shit, on some petty stuff. These people are going to try to be super petty. So cover and protect yourself. Cover and protect yourself. Because these people do not like the vulnerability that comes from being exposed, and just your pure energy exposes them. You are not, you are opposites to them, okay? But these people don't want to see that as a benefit to help be a catalyst to pull them out of whatever they're experiencing. No, they want to. They don't want to change. They want to fight to stay the same. They want to fight to stay bound by those chains. But you have flight, so use it. You know, be stern, loving, but direct, with the nurturing energy of Big Mama, and speak your truth, and push them out of your push those energies out of your life. Breathing is going to be really key, because we have visualized your diaphragm and your lungs. So you need to do some healing work in that area. You may be a smoker, so breathing exercises may uh, be really helpful at this time. I just saw the card December, so that's somewhat kind of not necessarily in the 6 month range, but the next card says you are and have always been the exception to the rule, baby. Okay, so just breathe and know that, yeah, these people may be able to bind other people with this energy, with their controlling ways, but it doesn't work with you. You have always been an exception to the rules, and possibly they're finally going to get the memo, and finally learn. It's going to take them over half a year to realize you're not one to play with. And during that time, they're just going to continue to rack up more and more karma to have to pay. But hopefully that will keep them busy while you anchor yourself in what you know you deserve and manifest that as well. Okay? But that's literally what the next card says. Anchor yourself in what you know you deserve. Stop giving your energy out at a discounted rate. And that's exactly what you've done. That's why these people are angry. It says no matter how rough or tempting things may be, it says keep the flame of self-worth alive. Remember, your self-love needs to be on 10. Next card, obstacles aren't permanent. It's actually life steadying itself. So yes, these obstacles are coming, but know that you have a home in divinity. You need to be at home and you need to stand in your divinity at all times. Be in the present moment in the divinity. Know that you are about to experience an uptick, um, and that these obstacles aren't permanent. So again, it's like life actually steadying you and bringing you to a more centered state. Okay, you got a lot of people around you that have too much negative thinking. Okay, and these people, or but they have too much negative thinking, they're constantly dealing with negative things, and they pick at you because they're miserable. But know that again, that obstacles aren't permanent. You're about to hit an uptick in your life. Oh, how did that get back in there? Throat chakra cleanse came out again. um, it says when you are in your authenticity, much power and grace shall rally to support you. So know that you're going to have an uptick in um, the power and grace that supports you. Do a resin smudge, and so that's another part. And your aura hygiene to keep your aura and your force field strong. Okay, we have treat you like a queen. Beware if this is someone from the past that you have um, that you have now compartmentalized. If they try to treat you like a queen, don't believe it. They're just trying to get back in to um, get revenge on you and to break your heart again. But on the opposite end of that, I feel like um, there is someone. You do have someone coming in, but we do have this next card. It says be spiritually strategic. Set intentions for perhaps someone coming in to bring you to treat you like a queen. But in the meantime, again, it says, remember, if you want love, treat yourself as if you're already in a fulfilling relationship. You need to treat yourself like a queen. Okay, and as you treat yourself like a queen, you're going to attract other people that would do the same. And so set intentions. Make sure everything is done with intention. We have the resin and the sage. So we have the resin energy here. Do a resin smudge. A sage, perhaps. You need to make sure you're meditating, taking your spiritual baths, working with your crystals. Know the power of prayer. So really tap into the power of prayer. Remember, we had that throat chakra energy earlier. Operate in love. Um, have faith. Use the white light. Surround yourself in white light as another protective matter as well. And don't be afraid to give. And I feel like that's what you're gonna do anyway. Like you're still gonna give um, guidance, but you just have a force field around you with a filter, and you're not taking in any bullshit. Okay, and so again, that's that direct, stern and loving, but direct nurturing of that big mama energy. And with the Aries card coming out, you got to understand that, yeah, this is kind of like warlike energy. So you need to make sure you stay armored up, because your energy shifts rooms, right? And you don't have an ego like everyone else. Your ego is expressed through your work, through your integrity, your authenticity, your passion, and your mastery. Your energy shifts rooms, baby. So don't let them shame you for being a late bloomer. It's the next card out, because you may be an older person. Things may happen for you later in life, but it's time. But the old you has ended. With it says death is a necessary transition. So again, a lot of relationships that you're dealing with, especially the next card I have in my hand is for showing for clout. Those are a lot of relationships that you are ending in your life. And of course, those people are gonna start war with you on a spiritual level because they want your attention. They want their phoniness to be, um, hidden, but you reveal it because remember, you expose the invisible change. Look at the card in my hand now, combating everything to tear it down. This is what the energy that these people are going to try to come in with. So just be mindful. But look, come on. Next card I have here is new team. You have been bestowed with the new spiritual team here to help you um, fight. Okay? It says if you want it to happen, make it happen. So you have a new team that's coming to help you do that. Look at here, the next card I just pulled. Spirit will provide the support needed and required for your soul to thrive, for your soul to be able to make it happen. Whatever it is that you want happen, Spirit will provide the support that you need and require in order to make it happen. Next card I pulled, you are a creative genius. So remember, you have a new team here that is helping you to embody the divinity that is you, and to also tap into your creative genius. Okay, inner child triggered, and your again your presence. You're triggering a lot of people's inner child, but yeah, they can try to come and attack you. Look, the next card I have in my hand. Your spiritual team is so strong now that nothing that they do is working. Okay, so you are covered, you are protected. Okay, it says don't abuse yourself staying in this relationship. This literally is the next card I have in my hand, and that's what you did. You let go of a lot of relationships that have a lot of confusion. There's a lot of confusion about where you stand. If these people love you or respect you, if there's confusion about that, then they don't. Okay, so there's gonna be a challenge, of course, in you releasing the familiar and embracing the unknown, but you just gotta let go and have faith. Because look, the next card I just pulled is the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Bottom of the deck is they couldn't grasp your essence until they couldn't. And that's basically saying they couldn't grasp how beautiful and loving, how angelic, how magnificent you are until you pulled your energy back, and they no longer had access to it. And now they're seeing how beautiful you are, and now they're really mad at themselves, but they're gonna take it out on you for their lack of fairness and respect that they shown you. They're gonna get mad at you because you're not accepting their bullshit. But again, continue to build your strength at every turn. Um, know that you have your angel wings and that your light body has been activated, and in that you have a new team that is here protecting you and covering you. So that's what I have for you, family. Hope that helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Um, Again, you're going to be dealing with some two-faced people, and it may be painful with the things that are being exposed as the veil is being lifted. But know that you are awakening a new level of friends that could be magical beings at that. So they could be in the 3D and in the 5D, because you're no longer in that old story. You're manifesting and acting on your visions. You're no longer dealing with people that operate in their ego and illusions, and there are a lot of that at play right now. But you are a master manifester, so don't allow yourself to be distracted and begin to manifest some things that you don't want. So I see May here. So the month of May may have a lot of spiritual warfare, but remember that if a person has nothing to hide, they don't mind being challenged. So if you challenge someone and you see that they get angry, know that whatever it is, they were lying about it. They're guilty. They are fucking guilty. Okay? You are creating a brand new existence for yourself and awakening to your true destiny. So know that you will rise above all of the projection. Because I just saw this card that says, whose fear are you really carrying? So family, that's why you gotta keep your aura cleansed, because there's a lot of people projecting onto you. Because look, I see this card here. They want you to settle for breadcrumbs and half-ass minimum attempts at your love. Okay, it says when don't say we pushing. Okay, and when we don't accept their breadcrumbs, they try to blame us and say that we're pushing them away. These are the type of people that may give financial support versus emotional support, but the true value is in the emotional support. And actually both. You need both. Some people try to buy your love, and you're not having that. So Spirit wants you to remember to have faith in everything that you believed about yourself. Make sure again to do your smudging. Know that you are whole and that you are healed. And again, the best is yet to come. Alright, family, I hope it helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I love you all. And until next time, peace.